So we're on this road trip visiting all kinds of organizations and companies that are doing good work in sustainability. And we're here at Arizona State University. What role does academia play in driving us towards a sustainable future?
I'm going to jump in and let others add on, but for a start, we're talking about millions of young people who are going to take this world over and who are hugely and enthusiastically concerned about the future. And so that's our number one cause to be involved. And our number two cause is what greater set of ideas should we be pursuing than how to make the world a better place. So this is a good intellectual challenge. This is something our students are enthusiastic about, and they're the ones who are going to have to do it. And so I think it's a perfect marriage.
I think that the solutions that people have to come up with are going to have lots of different inputs, and the university, like this one, has lots of different disciplines represented, lots of departments. So to the extent that we can bring together representatives of all those different perspectives, we have a better chance of coming up with solutions.
And so once you've got these students on campus, how do you get them interested in this work and involved in what you guys are doing here?
Well, there's different ways. I mean, a lot of these students are taking this like their course of study. They actually say, this is what I should learn because this is what I want to do. And we've just begun this. This is the first university that's tried it. And it's only been 3 weeks, but there are 200 kids who've stepped right into the front of the line to say, I want to major in it. But then there's lots of other activities. Bonnie's in charge of a whole set of activities here on campus where they're trying to change the way this community operates itself. Then there are other clubs, the school's sponsoring clubs. There's a group of sustainability, we used to call it coalition, but all different approaches that the students are taking to it. So I think there's lots of venues for getting them involved. A lot of what we do is through the academic venues, sort of to give them some things to think about and to work with.
What I've noticed is that over the, I've been working on this for 5 years at the university, different pieces of it, and over the past 5 years I've seen a dramatic change in the students. They're coming in excited. Before it wasn't that they weren't excited, I just didn't think it was really sitting forefront on their concern. Now they're coming in excited, and the challenge becomes in a large institution like this is connecting them up in a way that they can accomplish some real tangible pieces in the time that they're here in the semester or year, and before they sort of cycle on to the next sort of thing they want to accomplish here. And that's where, like I said, going back to GRIST and other forms of communication and courses and just lots of different mechanisms that we're using to connect people up and give them a voice and a role to play.
So for this degree program for sustainability, what kind of courses are available? What makes a sustainability degree?
Well, a lot of things are going to go into it, but to begin with, we want them to understand how the world works. And so the number one course they take is something we call Sustainable World, which talks about how natural systems operate, the Earth, atmosphere, life forms, basic social organization. And then we go on and say, well, where do we live? And so the next course is called Sustainable Cities, and we want to say, how do we as people work? Pollution, transportation, industry, all of these things, and how do they come together? And from there, we want to have them select a variety of ways of looking at sustainability. We don't want them to have the way. We don't think there's a single set of principles they have to learn, but we want them to look at it from different ways. And then we want to have practical experiences. I don't know if you want to say something.
Right. So going back to John's point about multidisciplinarity, once you get past the introductory courses, you're taking a series of courses about sustainability from a variety of disciplines, and often co-taught by different people, faculty from different disciplines. The capstone of the curriculum is a workshop or an internship. And the workshops involve students in sort of on-the-ground problems, either on campus or within sustainability challenges on campus or within the Phoenix area by and large. And internships can be with NGOs, with companies, a whole variety of different people. So the aim is not only to have a sort of academic understanding of sustainability, but to take that understanding and apply it to real-world issues.
So you just started this degree program, and I know you've just created this great space here. What's on the horizon? What are you most excited about that's maybe coming up?
Well, I think, particularly from the school perspective, we have graduate students, and as of 3 weeks ago, we have several hundred undergraduates. We don't have anyone who's graduated yet, so I'll tell you, the most exciting thing will be to get the students out the other end and see what they do. I mean, I can tell you the graduate students I know, because they've been here longer, they're going to do exciting things, and they come from around the world, and they're going to go back around the world into all sectors, and I'm sure the undergraduates will as well, and that'll be what's exciting, is when we start getting feedback and having them come back and be part of the education of the next generation of students.